Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. New Mexico State will kick it off and we'll be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Hawaii's offense will get the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wicks. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy completion. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Jones. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch, it's Lincoln. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. New Mexico State now working from the red zone.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He's got it on the run. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw again. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
You never know how it happens, but it happens. Defenses lose sight of those big, huge, pass-catching tight ends. You could tell there, maybe bit on the play fake a little bit too much. Lost him for a second. He takes care of the rest and gets the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Rainbow Warriors moving quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Rainbow Warriors have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Rainbow Warriors will snap it on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. That last completion sets him up on second down. A run for the quarterback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
He's looking to throw. Got a paw on it near the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Makes the quick grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Gain of 10. First down for the offense.
1st down, 10 yards to go.
Let's go! Let's go!
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And off to Jones. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. After run, now throw. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That's caught. It's Lincoln. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. It's quick. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it on the outside. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. The Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Now they'll run the draw. Breaks into the open. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Jones. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Sometimes a play like that, incorporating the back in the passing game, almost seems like cheating. It's so easy.
Yep, because you can run it against man or you can run it against zone. If you're patient, obviously, with zone coverage, he can come open. But man-to-man, I like my chances of a running back versus a linebacker. So nice job by the quarterback. Nice job by the running back.
He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle. It's Lincoln. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up 14 over Georgia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going deep. He's got it down the left. Sprinting away. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Makes the grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? You're going to force them to pass the football.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Abrams. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Quick completion on the out route. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Aggies are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now...
There he goes! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage in the back end defensively.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wicks. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Rainbow Warriors headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rainbow Warriors will have it 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Working that left side now. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Warriors!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half then. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Snags a quick pass on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Rainbow Warriors will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the gun on third down. Got his man quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through its progression.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lincoln. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And now if I was the offense, I'd think about getting the football maybe out on the perimeter somewhere, because you're getting beaten and eaten alive in the interior. You had a gain of no yards the last play. You just gave up a sack. Put your quarterback, put the football out on the perimeter in space.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Rainbow Warriors will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Snagged in the middle. It's Abrams. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lincoln. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Lincoln. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quickly complete.
Complete to the wideout. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
By the receiver.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
17 on the play.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Finds a man in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Brings up second down.
They're looking to throw on second and short. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
New Mexico State.
Wants to pass. He wants it all. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Brings up third and goal.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get to him as he throws. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. From midfield, looking for room. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the tight end. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose on the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Hawaii. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And let's Let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Central Michigan is going to walk off the field there in Mount Pleasant with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th.
Turning it on. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. New Mexico State lines up quickly. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to the big tight end. The short hands, it's Abrams. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24.
That makes the score Hawaii.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Let's go! Let's go! Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.